The Kethvar had been hunting humans for 3 generations before they realized their mistake. Commander Zexatai adjusted his thermal vision as he stalked through the abandoned ruins of New Geneva, his 4-armed frame moving with predatory grace between the skeletal remains of human buildings. The hunt had been disappointing so far, only 2 kills in the past solar cycle, and both had been weak specimens that barely provided sport. The humans had grown increasingly scarce, hiding deeper in their burrows like the vermin they were. Still nothing on thermal, his hunting partner Velkas reported through their neural link. The prey grows clever. Zextai's mandibles clicked in amusement. Clever? They are merely postponing the inevitable. My grandfather hunted their kind when they still had their precious cities. Now look at them, scattered, broken, reduced to scavenging in ruins. The Kethvar had discovered humanity 47 years ago, a young species that had barely begun to explore their own solar system. Perfect prey, intelligent enough to provide challenge, but lacking the technology to pose any real threat. The Galactic Hunting Consortium had classified them as a Class C quarry species, suitable for sport hunting with minimal restrictions. What followed was a systematic decimation that the Kethvar called the Great Hunt. Entire human colonies were cleared for hunting preserves. Earth itself became a game world, its surviving population scattered and constantly pursued. Humans made excellent prey. They were resourceful, emotional, and delightfully unpredictable. In their desperation, Zextai paused, his secondary arms reaching for his plasma rifle as movement caught his eye. There, a flash of movement 3 stories up in a partially collapsed office tower. His targeting system locked onto the heat signature of a lone human female. "Contact," he transmitted. "Beginning pursuit." The hunt began. The human ran as they always did, leaping across gaps between buildings with their peculiar bipedal agility. Zextai followed, his superior physiology allowing him to close the distance steadily. This was the part he enjoyed most. The chase, the growing desperation of the prey. The inevitable moment when they realized escape was impossible. But something was different this time. The human's movements seemed too calculated, too purposeful. Instead of the panicked flight he expected, she moved with deliberate precision, leading him deeper into the urban maze. Zextai's predatory instincts screamed a warning just as the building erupted around him. The explosion sent him tumbling through 3 floors of debris. His armor absorbed most of the impact, but his left primary arm was crushed beneath a steel beam. As he struggled to free himself, he heard something that chilled his dark blood. Laughter. Human laughter. "Velkas," he transmitted desperately. "Ambush! The prey has—" Static answered him. His communication array was damaged. The human female emerged from the shadows, no longer running. She carried what appeared to be a primitive projectile weapon, but Zextai's tactical systems identified threat markers that made no sense. The weapon bore modifications that violated several laws of physics as the Kethvar understood them. "Hello, Zextai," the human said, her voice carrying an accent his translator couldn't place. "I'm Dr. Elena Vasquez, formerly of the Mars Colonial Research Division. You killed my daughter on Kepler 442b. Do you remember?" Zexatai's mind raced. The prey was speaking to him. In 47 years of hunting, no human had ever addressed a Kethvar hunter directly. "Impossible," he hissed through his translator. "You cannot know our language." Dr. Vasquez smiled, and there was something in that expression that reminded. Zexte uncomfortably of his own predatory grins. We've had time to learn. 30 years of watching, listening, studying, 30 years of being hunted while we prepared. The truth began to dawn on him with horrible clarity. The decreasing human population, the way they'd become increasingly difficult to find, it wasn't because they were being hunted to extinction. They were consolidating, preparing. You see, Dr. Vasquez continued, checking her weapon with practiced ease, humans have been apex predators on our world for millennia. We understand hunting better than you think. We understand that sometimes the best way to hunt a predator is to become prey first. Zexte tried to raise his plasma rifle, but the human's weapon discharged first. The projectile tore through his armor as if it were cloth, the round designed specifically to penetrate HFY exoskeletons. As his vision dimmed, he heard her, speaking into a communication device. "Base, this is Hunter 7. Primary target down. Proceeding to secondary objectives." Hunter 7. She had called herself Hunter 7. The implications hit him just before consciousness faded. The humans hadn't been hiding. They had been watching, learning, and now they were hunting back. Across the galaxy, similar scenes played out on a dozen worlds. HFY hunting parties found themselves facing prey that fought back with impossible weapons and impossible knowledge. Ships that had entered human space for routine hunts simply vanished. Hunting preserves went silent. The Galactic Hunting Consortium received humanity's message 3 days later, broadcast simultaneously to every member species in their own languages. Each transmission traced to locations thought to be empty space. To the species of the Galactic Hunting Consortium, the message began, delivered by a scarred human male standing in what appeared to be the bridge of a HFY dreadnought. For 47 years, you have hunted us for sport. You classified us as prey. You were wrong. We are rescinding your hunting licenses. Effective immediately, you are the endangered species. We are the hunters now. You have 72 standard hours to withdraw from all human-claimed territories. After that, the human smiled, and every predator species in the galaxy suddenly understood what prey felt like. After that, the hunt begins, and humans, as you're about to learn, are very, very good at hunting. The transmission ended with coordinates, the locations of every consortium world, military installation, and hunting fleet, transmitted with casual precision that spoke of infiltration beyond their wildest nightmares. The age of hunting humanity was over. The age of humanity hunting back had begun.